Hello there. Welcome to a cold day in the shop. I'm working on a coat rack right here for Brandy and Travis's house. This is one of the boards that came out of the Wampler barn over there from the old farm. And I'm putting on these coat hooks. I've got the board finished. I sanded it and varnished it. And now I've got the coat hooks on here, and I've got this piece of tape to line the bottoms of them up. The coat hooks are going to be pretty hard to put together because they're hand cast or something, and there's no square edge on them anywhere. So to get them straight, I'm just going to have to eyeball them. I took the length of the board, which was 73.5, and I put 9-inch spaces in between. That gave me 61, and then I took half of that distance and divided it in the ends, measured in 6 1/4 inches from that end and that end, and I was 1 inch off that way, so I had to go back and move them all in this way. So I'm not very good at figuring, I guess, but here we go. I'm putting these in. I started out drilling a pilot hole, and the screw went in a lot easier, but the pilot hole in was off just a little bit, and it cocked that one to one side, and I had a hard time straightening this first one up. So the second one, I didn't use a pilot hole, and it seemed to have lined up a little better. So we'll go down the row here and we'll put a few on, just so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know why. Thought you might want to see it. I've got the line here in the middle marked off on the tape for spacing. So I just have to eyeball it, put it on there, take my Phillips screw. See, it moved when I got, my fingers are cold. You can see that, maybe you can see that in the background, I've got the kerosene heater there. If we had smell-o-vision, you'd be enjoying this garage experience just like I am. And that's what I didn't want to do. I broke my screw. So I guess I'm going to go back to the pilot hole. I'm sorry you had to witness that. Now when everybody comes to the house and looks, they can see and think, well, that third coat hook seems to be in the wrong place. Well, yeah, I broke a screw off in it, and I had to move it over a little bit, but we'll get it. Nobody will ever know it except you and me watching the video. So now I line it up, and I'm going to drill my pilot hole like I should have. I put this first screw in here and tighten it down so that it won't move when I do the second one down, or something like that. All right, now I got that one in and tight. I line up my hook so it looks like it's straight up and down. Go with my second pilot hole, which now I don't have a screw to put in, so I'll rob from the one next door. When I get to the end, I guess I'll have to find another screw somewhere. That worked pretty good. I don't think it'll take too long to put all these on here. We'll see how long you want to watch. Again, they're not even a square corner on the bottom, so I have to kind of guess at where I'm going to put them all. And yeah, we'll see how lucky I get down through here. I got my big woolly hat on so you can, because it's cold out. But I got my, doing this varnishing and stuff, and the building of the table, if you saw that video of the table building, I ran my electric heater. I've got a heater in the ceiling there that I ran, and I kept it comfortable, not warm, but just enough so that it wasn't freezing out here. And I kept it that temperature for a while. Well, I thought that probably I was using the minimum light bill out here, and I'd get by with it just fine because it's got its own meter out here, and the light bill's so much and everything. But Brenda notified me the other day. She said, "Bob, the light bill in your garage was $20 higher this month than our house light bill." Well, I wasn't living out here, so I think I'm gonna have to turn that heater down just a little bit. Maybe shut it off altogether. I've shut it off altogether to tell you the truth, because if I kept using more than using in the house, I think Brenda was going to make me move out here. And that wouldn't be very comfortable at all. So, now that one turned just a slight little bit when I put that last screw in. Doggone it. I don't think they'll drive. I don't think they'll notice it. Don't think they'll complain if they do notice it. I think it'll look pretty good. After all, this is a rustic board, so it hides a lot of my mistakes by saying, well, you know, it is a rustic, it is a barn board. I couldn't get it much straighter than that. I'm kind of getting by with that on this pallet furniture and the barn furniture and the barn table and stuff like that. I don't know how long I can use that excuse, and I don't know if I ever get the opportunity to build anything with a straight piece of wood again, but I probably won't be able to do it because I'm used to just getting by blaming the crooked boards. Now, these are going on pretty quick, so I'll just leave the video running. I've got 2 more to go. I guess I probably will shut it off when I have to get up and look for my screw. I'm getting closer to the camera, so you won't want to see that much in it really either, but we'll see. I may post this on Facebook and see how many people bother to watch it. I really just made it to show Brandy and Travis how dedicated I was to be out here working in this cold. I'm not really dedicated working in the cold. I had to get out of the house. Yesterday was New Year's Day, and it rained. It was raining, and I couldn't get on my mobility scooter to come out here, even though I got a new umbrella for Christmas from the dialysis unit. They bought me an umbrella. Even though I couldn't, it was raining and I couldn't get out of here, and I stayed in the house all day. And that was the longest day of the year for me. I was just crawling up the wall by the end of the day because I had to get out. I have to get out here. I have to get out here, and I have to light the old kerosene heater, or maybe I'm addicted to kerosene fumes. I don't know what it is, but it's just, if I don't get out and do something, I'm lost. I can't stand it. And so I've been up this morning. It's getting close to noon. I was outside. I had to haul in firewood this morning, so I loaded up the scooter with several trips and made several trips to the house with the firewood. I had burnt the last little stick of firewood in the fireplace, and there it is. I've got them all pretty well on. I'm short 1 screw. I think I've got some screws back there at the bench. So now you've seen all this work. I bet you're really tired after watching all this because it was so active. Good planning ahead of time works really well, helps a lot. And for me, a good seat to sit on while you're working, because I don't have any balance and I have to sit down to work. And I've got this workbench. I put sawhorses and made a workbench to go on, put a piece of plywood on it. And it's just the right height for this chair to work on. And later on, I'm going to make another video to show you a thing I make for when I do some welding and stuff. And so we'll show you that one later on. But have a good day. I love my shop. The Lord's given me a couple of extra years to be out here. I did away with a big shop and downsized to this one, and I've got this one, and it's full of stuff, and it's cozy, and I thank him for all the time he's given me. See you later.